In this video, why Mexican citizenship by descent is an absolute no-brainer if you qualify. If you have Mexican ancestry through your parents or grandparents or maybe even great-grandparents, this could unlock a world of opportunities. From a powerful passport to unrestricted living in one of the most vibrant and livable countries on the planet. In this video, we'll break it all down with the latest facts and updates as of 2025, focusing on eligibility, the step-by-step process, benefits, cost, timelines, and any hurdles you may face. So let's get right into it. First off, understand that Mexican citizenship by descent isn't some complicated investment scheme or residency grind. It's your birthright under Mexican law if you have the right lineage, if you have descendants born in Mexico, because Mexico follows the principle of jus sanguinis, meaning citizenship by blood. According to the Mexican nationality law, updated and in effect as of 2025, anyone born anywhere in the world to at least one Mexican parent is automatically a Mexican national by birth. You don't apply, quote unquote, for citizenship in the traditional sense. It's more like you're declaring it or registering it. This has been the case since the 1998 constitutional reforms that explicitly allowed dual nationality, meaning you don't have to renounce your current citizenship. If you're American, if you're Canadian, if you're European, whatever citizenship you have, you do not need to renounce it to pick up a Mexican passport. In fact, in many ways, Mexico encourages dual citizenship, recognizing the value of transnational ties and also remittances. Now, who exactly qualifies? If one or both of your parents were born in Mexico, you're in. It doesn't matter if they naturalized elsewhere or never claimed their Mexican status actively, you inherit it directly. For example, if your mom or dad was born in Mexico City or Tijuana before moving to the US, you qualify, even if you're 50 years old and have never set foot in Mexico. No age limit exists. Minors and adults alike can register. As of 2025, the SRE, the Secretaría de Relaciones Exteriores, which is Mexico's Foreign Affairs Ministry, confirms this on their site. Children of Mexican-born parents are nationals by birth, period. So, what about grandparents and great-grandparents? This is where it gets a bit more layered, but still, in a way, straightforward and a huge opportunity. You need to think about the chain of citizenship, right? And so if it was your grandparents that were born in Mexico, in order for you to get it, you need to make sure that chain is not broken. So typically what we do with our clients is we get the parents' citizenship first, and then you can get it, right? Because if your grandparents were born in Mexico and the parent from whom the Mexican national descendant is linked is still alive, then what we typically do is get that parent the citizenship first, and then that can pass along to you, and it can even pass to your children, and so forth and so on. So in terms of grandparents and great-grandparents, it does get complicated, but think in terms of the link and passing the citizenship through the generation. Importantly, Mexico doesn't require the parent to have been a citizen at the time of your birth in a retroactive way. It's about proving the bloodline now. So even though, you're already born, as long as your parents do it, then, they're considered citizens by birth, and then you were born with it as well. So that's kind of the idea there. So let's say you qualify. How do you actually get Mexican citizenship? How do you get a passport in your hands? Well, it's worth mentioning that a passport and citizenship are two different things. A citizenship is, you are legally a citizen of that country, and a passport is like a travel document that you get when you are a citizen. So once you are recognized as a Mexican citizen, then you can order your passport. You can also order your INE, which is the voter ID. So even if you were born abroad, you're able to have an INE, the voter ID card. And I've made another video on this channel specifically about the INE. Worth mentioning at this time that MyLatinLife is a full-scale immigration agency. We help people get citizenship and residency in Mexico. There's a link in the description where you can book a call with us to speak with us directly and get the process started. If you're watching this video, you might have been, thinking about getting Mexican citizenship for years and years now, and we finally have the opportunity to make it happen. So check the link in the description to our calendar, book a call, and we can put this Mexican passport in your hands. And we've done this for 100 plus clients already. So you might be curious about the total timeline. So from document gathering to passport in hands, we've had clients do it in less than 30 days, but more realistic is 2 to 4 months. Okay. Everyone's case is a little bit different. You could potentially apply in Mexico. You could potentially apply in the US or another country. So there's a lot of logistics to consider here. Now, why is getting Mexico residency a no-brainer? I guess we haven't talked about all the benefits yet. So let's discuss that a bit because they are massive. I have talked about the benefits in other videos, but running through it real quick, first, the passport. The Mexican passport is surprisingly good. The Henley Passport Index ranks Mexico's passport 24th globally, with visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 159 countries. That's the Schengen area, which is huge, the UK, Canada, lots of places in Asia like Japan and South Korea that a lot of other countries don't get, even places like Turkey and the UAE, Dubai. So the Mexican passport is very good. It's much better than you think it is. You can go pretty much anywhere in the world except the United States with a Mexican passport. But if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you already have visa-free to the US on one of your other passports. So as a citizen of Mexico, you can now own coastal real estate. You might have heard that coastal real estate is restricted to Mexican citizens if you get that dual citizenship. Well, I have a lot of clients that do it specifically because they want to invest in coastal real estate. They want to own a place in Puerto Vallarta or Puerto Morelos, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, lots of different places. Mexico has a huge coastline. It's a huge retirement hotspot, very popular to bring your US dollars and your pension down to Mexico where that money stretches further. And I think to have the option to retire in Mexico is another huge benefit of the Mexican passport. So we'd be here all day with the different benefits of the Mexican passport. It's an absolute no-brainer, and there's really no downside, which is probably the more important aspect of things. You're not going to get conscripted into the Mexican army. You don't have to file taxes in Mexico if you're not living there and you're not working there. So it's really just pure benefits. You're going to have more visa-free travel. You can get a bank account and a driver's license from Mexico. You get an accelerated path to citizenship in Spain, a 2-year path to citizenship in Spain, accelerated path to citizenship in other Latin American countries like El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica, etc. So anybody who's looking to internationalize, anyone that's, considers themselves a sovereign citizen that wants to have multiple residencies and passports, having this is an absolute no-brainer. For your kids, it's a no-brainer as well, the ability to pass it along to them. Tax-wise, dual citizenship is neutral. Mexico only taxes residents. There's no citizenship-based taxation in Mexico like there is in the US. So if you're not living in Mexico, you're not paying taxes to Mexico. You just have to worry about where you are a tax resident. That being said, getting a Mexican passport could play an interesting role in lowering your taxes, both for American citizens and people from other countries. In summary, if you have Mexican heritage, claiming citizenship by descent in Mexico is a no-brainer. It's low cost, it's a fast process, you're entitled to it anyway, there's really no downside, and it's an extremely strong passport that you can pass on to family as well. Don't sleep on it. Start gathering documents today. And if you want some help, MyLatinLife can help get you Mexican citizenship. There's a link in the description to book a call with us, and we can get you started. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more global citizenship tips. We'll see you in the next video.